Now, in certain situations, you're going to get a shift in the demand curve. You're going to get a shift in the demand curve. And that means the demand curve will either move inward or it will move outward. What are the factors that will cause a shift in the demand curve? Let me run you through some examples. If there's a change in income, there could be a shift in the demand curve. And we just have to be careful here because we'll have to consider whether it is a normal good or an inferior good. But I'll speak about those just now. You might also have a shift in the demand curve if there's a change in the price of a related good. For instance, if you take a look at smartphones, Samsung versus Apple. If the price of Samsung drops, that might shift the demand curve for Apple smartphones. There may also be a shift in the demand curve as a result of changes in expected future income. So people expecting a 13th check or retrenchment package. Frequently what happens is there's a shift in the demand curve for some of the services and the goods they buy. You can also have changes and shifts in the demand curve as a result of changes in prices. So fuel queues are an example. Before the end of the month, just before fuel prices go up, frequently you see long queues outside fuel stations. It's a temporary shift of the demand curve in anticipation of prices going up in the new month. A big factor, particularly on the African continent, that is causing shifts in the demand curve is changes in the population. So if you take a look at a country like South Africa, it had in 1994 a population of circa 35 million. That population is now sitting above 55 million. That will definitely have shifted the demand curve for many goods and services that consumers buy. So it works in both directions, this shift. It can be an outward shift showing an increase in terms of the demand, or it can be an inward shift that will show a decline or decrease in the demand.